bam, you run into something called the Panic Podcast.
Wait, hold on. A podcast. Inside this world, they have podcasts.
Apparently, yeah. And it gets better. This Panic, it stands for, get ready, Professional Anarchy Nihilists in Crime.
Hold on. That's like the opposite of how those words usually work, right?
Exactly. The irony is amazing, isn't it? And then there's this Panic Ballet of New York's New York.
They have ballet.
They're performing a piece called, wait for it, Robot Rampage.
A ballet about robots rampaging.
You've got Zeus, the Living Storm, this voodoo queen, Mama Waldy, even a Venusian invader, Andromedana.
Wait, hold on. Frank Sinatra, like the singer?
Yeah.
It's a lot, but in a way that makes sense, right? I mean, if crime is everywhere all the time, you're going to get all kinds of criminals.
Well, true.
I mean, talk about not messing around.
Owning it.
They're not hiding. No, they're like, hey,
They're not hiding.
we are Panic. They're branding it.
This is what we do.
And they're a mega corporation.
Is it just like a...
Really just power grab. Like, we're just going to
What's the deal?
take everything.
The mastermind behind all of this chaos is an ad executive trapped in a television set. Cathode Ray, that's his name. It's like he's broadcasting the crime
Yeah.
out to everybody.
People-
To control people's behavior.
Yeah.
Get them to buy things they don't need.
Right.
Vote for people they wouldn't normally vote for. Who knows? The Panic Robot Factory. It's this factory that takes people who are greedy and desperate for more and turns them into these like cyborg creatures. Right. And he's using this punk bot to carry out his revenge on this woman named Zoya.
Oh, yeah, Zoya. She works for some kind of like international organization trying to protect democracy, right?
Yeah, exactly. She's like a super spy fighting against this tide of robotic chaos.
And it's not just individuals who are at risk, it's the entire city.
Oh,
right?
absolutely. Because these cyborg creatures, they start merging with buildings, turning them into these giant robotic monsters. And the police are totally overwhelmed. They have no idea how to deal with this kind of threat.
And the scariest part is they're all marching toward the Central Air Factory.
Right.
Yeah.
And if they destroy that, it's game over for millions of people.
The Central Air Factory, it's gotta be more than just a building. It's like the heart of the city or something.
Yeah, like the lifeblood. Maybe it represents all the essential resources that keep the city running.
Makes sense.
So in all this chaos, we have Zoya trying to figure out what's going on and stop Cathode Ray.
And she's not alone, right? There's Stevie Washington.
Oh yeah, Stevie Washington, the flying skateboard.
Cool way to get around.
I know, right? I mean, who wouldn't want a flying skateboard?
Sign me up.
So Zoya and Stevie, they team up to try to save the city from this robotic apocalypse.
It's like a classic good versus evil story, but with a futuristic twist.
Definitely. And it makes you think, could something like this actually happen in our world?
It's a possibility, right? I mean, we're already so reliant on technology, and it's only getting more advanced.
And we're always being bombarded with messages telling us to buy more, consume more, be more.
It's easy to get caught up in that cycle of wanting and needing.
Totally. So what happens if we let that desire control us? Could we end up like the people in Punkbot Nightmare, turning into mindless consumers controlled by some digital overlords?
It's a chilling thought.
It really is. Yeah, and I think that's the point of this whole story. like as a society? Are we headed for a similar dystopia?
That's the question, isn't it?
Is there any hope for Stevie?
And for the rest of humanity.
There's so much to ponder.
It's a real mind trip.
Can we break free from these paths that feel predetermined?
Can we challenge the people in power?
Can technology be used for good?
Or will it end up controlling us?
What do you think?
We don't have all the answers, but one thing's for sure. We have the power to make choices
To shape our own path?
and to fight for a world where everyone has a chance to thrive.
Well said. I think that's a great place to wrap up.